Hello there, my name is Duncan and welcome to Back Away from the Donkey or BAFT Books. And today we continue my books I believe should be in the Sci-Fi Masterworks collection. This is day 5, I think it's the 5th one I'm doing. And today the book is Naomi Mitchison's Memoirs of a Spacewoman. This is an interesting book in the ones I picked because, strangely, it is a book that I'm not particularly keen on. I don't particularly like it. It just doesn't quite work for me, but I believe it is an important book and a lot more people should read it, and there's probably a lot of people that would love it. And I just believe it's an important book. So the book was, I've got some notes here, was published in 1962. I don't know why I said 2 in such a weird way. 1962, and it is the story of a spacewoman who is a communicator named Mary, and it's the exploration of as they explore new planets and contact new life forms and how they relate to them. As a communicator, she has like this telepathic link to all these new life forms, and the whole book revolves around her communicating to that. It also is quite a big section on her exploring her own sexuality. She has some children throughout the thing, and it is seen as like one of the first feminist science fiction books. You know, it predates Ursula Le Guin's Left Hand of Darkness by 6 or 7 years. That's why I'm always quite surprised that it's not around a lot more. I said I've got my copy is an ebook copy, which is quite difficult to get hold of because it's not on Kindle, it's not on Kobo, but if you look around you can find one. The publishing history is a bit weird. It was published originally and then again in about 74 for the New England Library Master Sci-Fi series. There's a publication about 85, and there's one just before the turn of the century, and the most recent one was 2011 by small English publishers. I'll just check their name, Kennedy and Boyd. And so it's not easy to get hold of it. That one from Kennedy and Boyd, being a small publishing house, it's not that easy to get hold of. But anyway, the themes of the book, I'll tell you about the themes. I said it explores Mary's sexuality, but it also explores, there's themes about exploitation and the ethical treatment of animals. But then a lot of this, I think, is relates to, well, not a metaphor, to ideas of colonialism, specifically sort of South Africa and India. Because in Naomi Mitchison's life, she obviously saw all this change, because she was born in 1897, so she lived through both world wars, the colonies, you know, the British Empire falling apart, which deservedly so, and things like this. She wrote about 90 books, 90 or so novels. 2 of them are science fiction. There's a couple of fantasies in there, but the rest of them seem to be travel logs, biographies. She's also a poet. She was also a poet, was born in Edinburgh, and she's much renowned for that. She was friends with J.R.R. Tolkien, who was actually one of the proofreaders for Lord of the Rings, as a sort of random fact for you. So the reasons I'm not particularly keen on it is, for me, for science fiction, it doesn't quite hang together. You're exploring all these biological life forms, and the feeling is that they're not developed within the world. It feels a lack of consistency within the world of the book for these life forms and the way it works. And also, I don't find the narrative of the main character, Mary, I don't find her particularly engaging, or the actual story that engaging, but I see why it is important work, I said, in sort of literature senses, which is why I believe it should be in a Sci-Fi Masterworks. More people should see it, read it, study it, hopefully enjoy it, some of them, more than I did. But yeah, that is my today's pick, which is, I said, Memoirs of a Spacewoman by Naomi Mitchison.